morning students. We come up with a very important lecture of general anatomy classification of neurons. So in the classification of neurons, we classify the neurons in three different categories. The first classification is according to the shape, second classification will be according to the function, and third classification will be according to the size of the neuron, of the axon. So the first classification, this will be depending upon the shape of the neurons. So depending upon the shape of the neurons, we will classify this into varieties. That is, first unipolar neuron. And in unipolar neuron, if we try and draw the line diagram of a unipolar neuron, it will be in this way. There will be a cell body. This is a cell body, and it will send one process. So this is the process, and that is the cell body. So therefore this is the nucleus inside. So this is an example of unipolar neuron, where only one process will be there. All the neurons, whenever embryologically they will develop in similar stages in which they will take the first stage as unipolar neurons. Only one process. So therefore this is an example diagram of unipolar neuron. Example you have to write down. The example will be mesencephalic nucleus of trigeminal nerve. The example is mesencephalic nucleus of trigeminal nerve. Please note down. These are asked as MCQs or 1 mark question answer. So mesencephalic nucleus of trigeminal nerve, unipolar. Now second is the bipolar neuron. Now this bipolar neuron here will have two processes. So therefore, if we draw this, the bipolar neuron, if we try and draw over here, I will draw here. This is the bipolar neuron in which one process, this is the process which is coming from peripheral part towards the cell body, and another process, it will send another process which will pass away from the cell body towards the central nervous system. So therefore, now here, this neuron cell body with the nucleus, and if I name this process as dendrite, which is coming from the peripheral part of the body till the cell body, and this process as axon here from the cell body going towards the central nervous system. So therefore, now this neuron having two processes, dendrite and axon, bipolar. So here in bipolar example, the bipolar examples will be the olfactory mucosal cells, the cells which are present in the olfactory mucosa, one. Then second example will be, please note down these examples. I repeat once again, they are asked in 1 mark question answer or in MCQs. The cells which are present in olfactory mucosa, example of bipolar. Second will be the cells which are present in the layers of retina. Several bipolar neurons are found within the histological slide of the retina. Within the layers of retina there are bipolar neurons. And third example will be the various bipolar neurons which are found within the auditory nerve. So within the auditory receptor cells, there are various bipolar neurons which are located. So therefore, these are the two categories, unipolar, bipolar. Now third category will be, remember these categories are according to the shape of the neurons. Now third will be pseudo unipolar variety. Now this pseudo unipolar variety, when the two processes of bipolar neurons fuse with each other, they will develop into pseudo unipolar. For example, these two processes, now here if I draw the diagram, a very simple variety, pseudo unipolar, the two processes are fused with each other, and then they will form a T-shaped junction from where these two processes will bifurcate. It is in this way. So therefore, this is an example of pseudo unipolar variety. Here, the two processes of bipolar neurons, they have joined and they have united in a T-shaped junction to form pseudo-unipolar neuron. So this T-shaped junction is very important, and this gives the shape of pseudo-unipolar. Example. Now the example of pseudo-unipolar neuron, this variety of neuron will be very strong example. Number one, all the dorsal nerve root ganglia, that is the cells of the dorsal nerve root ganglia, they are example of pseudo-unipolar. So dorsal nerve root ganglia, all the cells belonging to dorsal nerve root ganglia, they belong to pseudo-unipolar. And second variety will be several sensory ganglia of cranial nerves. Several sensory ganglia of cranial nerves. This is the second example. Several sensory ganglia of cranial nerves. And depending upon the shape now, unipolar, bipolar, pseudo-unipolar, the fourth shape is multipolar neurons. Majority of the neurons of the human body, they belong to multipolar. What is the shape of multipolar? The shape of multipolar will be, there will be so many dendrites. Here I am drawing all these dendrites. So there will be so many dendrites which are present, and they will develop into one single process which will be the axon. So all these structures, wherever I am putting my arrows here, they are the dendrites which are opening in the nerve cell body. So here I will draw the nucleus. So this is the nucleus, these are the dendrites which are opening the nucleus, and this is the axon, multipolar neuron. Majority of the neurons present in human body, they belong to multipolar variety. So here we finish the first classification, unipolar, bipolar, pseudo-unipolar and multipolar, depending upon the shape of the neurons. Now, second variety of classification, depending upon their functions. What are the functions of those neurons? They are divided into three basic categories depending upon their functions, and they are sensory neurons, or they are called receptor neurons. Second is connector neurons, or they are called internuncial neurons. And third variety will be motor neurons, or they are called effector neurons. So therefore, for that we need to draw one more diagram. So I will like to request, please come on this side here, and we will draw here. In this way, we will draw this diagram. I will rub this to create some space, and if we focus here, we will draw a complete diagram. Now, this is what we will draw this as spinal cord. So therefore, posterior median septum, and here in the median plane, we will draw anterior median fissure, and here we will draw central canal, and we will show this as the central gray matter. So therefore, this is the transverse section of a spinal cord. Very rough diagram we have to draw. Over here on one side, what we are going to show will be dorsal nerve root ganglion. This is the dorsal nerve fibers, and then we are going to show that it will form spinal nerve. This is the ventral portion here, and this ventral portion will fuse here in this way, and it will form spinal nerve. So the anterior one, this should be, I think this should go more anteriorly. So I will make it over here. This will go more anteriorly, and here it will join in this way. So therefore, now dorsal nerve root, ventral nerve root, they both will join and form the spinal nerve. This is an ideal diagram, basic diagram. This is the dorsal nerve root ganglia. So here, this is the spinal nerve of one side. This is the basic structure. We know the basic structure. So only on one side we have drawn, and here we'll complete this. Now we want to understand the neurons based upon the classification of neurons, which is based upon their functions rather. So therefore, the first neuron, if we take the cell body of the neuron here, if I show the cell body of the neuron here, and then if I show the processes here, this is the process which is coming from the, this is the process which is coming from peripheral part. So from peripheral part of the body, this is the dendrite which is coming towards the nerve cell body, which is located in dorsal nerve root ganglia. So here, this structure is dorsal nerve root ganglion, singular, ganglion. This is the neuron which is present there. Now this neuron will send a central process. Before that I will show the nucleus here. Then it sends a central process over here and it will end in the dorsal gray horn. So therefore this neuron will end in the dorsal gray horn. This is the dorsal gray horn. So therefore this neuron, the entire neuron which I have drawn, and the impulses will be carried in this direction. This neuron is known as sensory neuron. So the name of this neuron here, I will write it as sensory neuron, or it is known as receptor neuron. So classification now, the second variety of classification of neurons based upon their functions. The first is sensory neuron. With diagram, we have explained where is the location of sensory neuron. Give an example. They are located in the dorsal nerve root ganglia at all the levels of spinal cord. Shape will be, they will be having the shape of pseudo unipolar shape. And some sensory neurons which are located in the retina, also they are located within the olfactory mucosa. They are having bipolar shape. Please note down. So several sensory neurons which are located in olfactory epithelium or in the retina, they will have bipolar shape, and here these are the neurons which are located in dorsal nerve root ganglia which are having pseudo unipolar shape. But category is sensory neurons because they will carry sensations from the peripheral part of the body and they are sending it to the central, that is the gray matter, dorsal nerve gray matter. So therefore these are sensory neurons. Now second variety of neurons will be, if I name the second variety, here I will show these neurons, they are starting from dorsal nerve root, but they are starting from gray matter and they will send their process and end in the ventral gray horn. So they are starting from the dorsal gray horn and they are ending in the ventral gray horn. That means they are limited in the gray matter itself. And these neurons, they are found in the central gray matter only of the spinal cord. Therefore, based upon their function, the second variety of neurons here, and these neurons where I show, these are the dendrites and this is the axon. And therefore, these neurons are known as, now here I will write number 2, internuncial neurons, or they are called connector neurons. They are called internuncial neurons or connector neurons. They will connect two types of neurons. Which two type of neurons? They will connect number 1. This is the sensory neuron, and they will connect here, which I am going to draw, the third type of neuron, motor neuron. So they are connector neurons between sensory neuron and motor neuron. They are also called internuncial neurons because they are located only in the gray matter. And their shape will be multipolar. Now, third variety here, I will draw in the same continuation. Here I will draw the cell body. This is the cell body, and I will draw the various dendrites. And then I will draw from here ventral nerve horn, this process which will pass, and this is the axon which I have drawn, which is passing through the ventral nerve root and then into the spinal nerve. So this is an example of multipolar neuron only that it will send a very long axon passing through the spinal nerve towards the peripheral part of the body. It is a motor neuron. So the third category of the neuron here, I will mention this as the motor neuron. What is the shape of this motor neuron? Multipolar. And this motor neuron will have a long axon where it will form the peripheral nerve also. So third variety, motor neuron. So therefore, second classification of neurons is over depending upon their function. The first was sensory neuron, second is internuncial or connector neuron, where they are located in the gray matter only and they are multipolar in shape. Third is motor neuron, they are multipolar in shape, and the cell bodies of these motor neurons, please note down, they are located in gray matter, in the antenron of gray matter, except the postganglionic autonomic nerve cells. The postganglionic nerve cells of the autonomic nervous system, they are located outside the central nervous system. Otherwise, all the motor neurons, they are located, the cell bodies are located within the gray matter. So please note down this, except the postganglionic nerve cells of the autonomic nervous system, which are located outside the central nervous system. So therefore, three varieties of neurons: sensory neurons, internuncial neurons and motor neurons. And we have shown by a very clear diagram based upon their functions. Sensory neurons carry sensory functions, internuncial neurons carry connection between sensory and motor neurons carry motor functions only, motor impulses. Now, please come on this side. Here we are going to name the third classification. So the third classification now will be depending upon their size. So depending upon the size of the axons, third classification. For that, there are two types, and these two types will be Golgi type 1 and Golgi type 2. So therefore, now depending upon the size of the axons, once again I will request you, please come on this side. So Golgi type 1, give an example. Golgi type 1 neurons will have very long axon. The dendrites will be small, but the axon will be long. It can extend till 2 feet in length or more than 2 feet in length. And their examples will be, they are located within the peripheral nerves. So therefore, this is an example of Golgi type 1 neuron. The motor neuron here is an example of Golgi type 1 neuron in which the axon will be extensive in length, 2 feet or more than 2 feet in length. They will form peripheral nerves. Now Golgi type 2, where the axons will be short in length. Dendrites is short, the axons are also very short in length, and they are here. This is an example of Golgi type 2 neurons. Internuncial neurons, they are an example of Golgi type 2 neurons, where their axons will be very short in length. So therefore, if the axon is having around 2 feet or more than 2 feet in length, Golgi type 1 neuron, and if the axons are having very short length, it will be Golgi type 2 neuron. So here we finish the classification of the neurons based upon the three different categories. Thank you very much.